My name is Rebecca Hardy, and I will be talking about why my group chose Act 1, Scene 3, and the costume choices made for our scene to emphasize the theme natural versus unnatural. My group chose this scene because it's a turning point in the play. This is where the witches manipulate Macbeth into killing Duncan. So this is where we see Macbeth's character really transform into the person that we see at the end, because in the beginning he is portrayed by other characters' perception of him as a courageous, brave warrior. However, after this scene, we see Macbeth turn into this really dark character who murders to gain power. This scene is also important because it really emphasizes the theme of natural versus unnatural. The witches obviously are unnatural, and Macbeth and Banquo are natural. However, with the witches prophesizing to Macbeth that he will become king, he kills Duncan and becomes king himself, which in turn is unnatural for the order of who's supposed to be king. So it's a cycle. The scene is also important because it really represents gender roles in the play, because in society at the time, women were not looked upon as very powerful people. However, Shakespeare portrayed the witches as very powerful female roles in the play because they changed the entire course of the play. With the costumes, we chose to have really dark costumes to emphasize the mood of the play as a very dark scene. We chose the costumes for the witches to be very unnatural because their characters are unnatural, and we chose the costumes for Macbeth and Banquo to be normal clothes that you would see them wear, like jackets and pants, to portray natural. On the witches' clothing, however, you'll see little spots of red along with the black. You'd see red to represent the motif of blood and how the witches manipulated Macbeth into killing Duncan. The only character you'll notice in the scene that is not wearing black is the pig. We chose to have the pig in pink to emphasize how the witches portray Macbeth as an animal and how Macbeth has animalistic characteristics. Macbeth himself is very animalistic in the fact that he is the predator and Duncan became his prey because of the witches. Thank you, and that concludes my presentation.